I'm going to do an insight today. I've woken up this morning. I was just sitting there and just thinking and just connecting its energies. And very much today, I was just like the first thing I was being sort of linked into was like communication, but it wasn't really communication. It was listening. And what they were trying to say is about listening. When we start to open ourselves up, we start to sort of like gain clarity, but also start to really hear. Um, but it's like listening to like source, listening to like infinite self, and it's about sort of creating that space, creating that energy, creating that vibration, creating that frequency. Um, our lives are very much sort of like directed by external things, and when we're starting to sort of like listen to the outside world, then we sort of like we dull that connection to the inner world. And again, I was talking about this yesterday. I was saying about there is no out or in. There is only like one vibration, or there just is. So in the sense like of like true reality, there's just like one vibration, and there's frequencies that are on that vibration that are sort of like they're not higher or lower, but they're just different. You know, there's just this infinite vibration, this infinite frequency. There's all these different sort of like conscious sort of like energy and frequencies, but like realities as well, or experience. So like reality is really a reflection of your own consciousness at that moment. It's a reflection of where you're, how you're thinking, how you're expressing your light, how you're expressing your energy, and how we sort of like perceive that is what creates that reality. So that's how the universe works. So when they were saying listening, they're talking about listen to the source within you. Listen to that energy, that light within you. Open yourself up and connect to your intuition, your guidance. Don't sort of listen outside, and don't listen to something that doesn't serve you. Don't listen to something that sort of like dilutes or limits or sort of like lowers your frequency, your vibration. Um, we're very good at that. I think we're very good at that as human beings. Something happens or something comes up, we either sort of like doubt ourselves, or we then put a block in the way. We fear something, we stress about it, and what Spirit is saying is don't doubt. The source energy, the light, the energy is there for you, and all you have to do is just try and remain on that higher frequency, the higher outcome. So it's about listening, and it's about connecting in, um, overcoming, dissolving things at the moment. There's a big clearing going on for a lot of us at the moment. There's a big clearing going on, individually for each of us as spiritual beings, but collectively as well. And this is what's very much going on at the moment. I'm being told, or feel I'm being directed and guided all the time to listen, um, to remain in that source energy, and just move through things. Because what we do is we connect to things, or we attach to something, and what we do is then we create a reality or an experience from that. And sometimes we get stuck in that. We get stuck in that energy. We get stuck in that light. And they're saying this time is a very, very quick time to clear and cleanse things. You don't need to be stuck in things. You don't need to remain in something that doesn't serve you or causes you pain or suffering. It's a time of sort of like moving past it. I feel like when I'm also connecting this, I feel like I want to be drawn to sort of like angelic presence when I'm talking about this, because the angels and the angelic presence are very much around sort of like healing, harmony, balance, peace, and I feel that's the kind of energy that's coming through today. I feel like it's like an angelic sort of presence, because that's what they do. They serve humanity in that way, and they bring sort of like clarity and understanding, not for you to suffer, but also a way of trying to see the world in a different way, where we're more compassionate, we're more understanding, but we also, it brings us an awareness to know that we can shift again and we can release things. And this shifting and releasing is going to be going on all year. It's going to be, we've got this shifting and this cleansing and this clearing going on for quite a while for a lot of us as spiritual beings, because there's so much energy out there, there's so much going on the planet, and there's so much that we're absorbing. And this is part of the new sort of like awareness that we need to start, you know, releasing it and moving through it and not getting attached to things, because they're getting attached to something again is that 3D reality, that 3D blueprint where we become immersed in something that actually doesn't serve us, and it's an illusion because it's not even something that you know is how we're supposed to be expressing ourselves as these light beings, these spiritual beings. So a lot of this is going on for a lot of us. So this is going to happen on an individual level. So you're going to have a lot of things come up, in your life individually for you to release and cleanse. And this can be stuff from the past. It can be stuff from here and that's happening now. But a lot of it is just like removing. And once we start to do that, then our energy frequencies and our light frequencies will intensify, because we'll be able to hold higher energy frequencies. But it will allow us then to sort of for our consciousness and our awareness to shift, and this is part of like the shifting to like the higher frequencies of like the 5D blueprint, because all of it's about peace, harmony, balance, connection, union, all those kind of things that are like a higher expression, because we know as spiritual beings that we're connected and we're part of the whole, and with this infinite vibration, with this infinite frequency. And the only way to live like that is to express it fully. And you have to do that by letting go of things. You have to keep sort of like dissolving and remaining in a place of balance and centeredness. And this takes a lot of time. It's a journey that a lot of us are going through. And like I've said before, I really feel like the planet is on like is like a split sort of like frequency at the moment. There's a lot of people that are still very much caught up in 3D reality and are living in that, and they're remaining in that. But that's that's part of the infinite source, the infinite one sort of vibration. And again, there's no right or wrong. But if souls choose or spirits choose to remain in that 3D reality, that's their choice, and that's part of the reality as well. But there's many of us that are shifting and moving away from that, and it's about sort of how we start to integrate that. And true change happens from that place where we start to really walk and vibrate as spirit, and express our light as spiritual beings. And we have to do that fully. We have to let go of the 3D reality. We have to let go of all those things that lower us and that actually bring us down, and when we have to move through them, and we have the tools now to dissolve that. And it's very much around that, and it's about how we do that. So there's going to be a lot of daily sort of like moments where we need to shift and cleanse and clear, and just like release those things. There's a lot of people that are suffering around us, so you're going to feel a lot of that around you. You're going to feel a lot of people that are down or low or going through stuff. So there's always that kind of those energy frequencies around you. So again, it's about how do you remain high, how do you remain on those higher frequencies as we move through these. And I feel like this is what we've been given, like the angelic sort of frequencies and vibrations, and also the masters are giving us these tools to do this at the moment. We just have to remain, and keep you expressing your light in that way, and your light will obviously just, keep you high vibrations and energized and rejuvenated, but it will also help to, dissolve any kind of energy frequencies or energy fields that are sort of like, you've got people around you that are suffering and going through those lower frequencies. Again, this time is very much as spiritual beings and light workers that we're here to help and serve. We're shifting our own reality, but we're here for other people. Spirit, like I said, is this spirit world is not about separation. So each of us are here for each other, because we're all part of the same vibration. We'll start part of the same frequency, and if we remain seeing others as separate from us, then we remain in that 3D reality, not the 5D reality. And this is what makes it difficult. So it's about, as the more aware you get, the more conscious you get, the more you have to realize that we're all here to awaken each other. This is part of the ascension process. And by doing that, we open up our energy, we open up each other's energy, and then we can start to connect again to the spirit world and the spiritual realms and the energetic frequencies that are around us. And this is needed. This is needed to shift the planet and shift the consciousness of the planet so that we can live in a different way. because at present the way that we're living doesn't serve us. It just helps to disconnect us, and that's not what this time's about. It's about connection, it's about union, it's about being more aware, more enlightened, more in union, bringing more wisdom, more understanding. It's regaining your qualities and your gifts of your spiritual being, and of your infinite being. And it's about bringing those into this lifetime. This is why we were born, to do this, is to bring those qualities into this lifetime. So this is what this time's about. So very much today, it's about listening to yourself, getting into a place where you listen, and you move through things, and you start to express your light and your energy in a way that, one, expresses your light and the highest vision, but also how your light and your energy can help others and can serve others. Because this is what we're doing. We're a universal family. We're not separate. Although we may feel like that, go to a place within yourself. I try and go to a place within myself, where I feel my vibration. And like, as I talk to you now, I feel like my vibration connects to your vibration. My energy is connected to your energy. It's an infinite flow that connects to us and unites us. And that's how I try and feel when I'm around other people. But it's about being more conscious when you do that. The more conscious you are of it, the more it will become part of a reality and a way of life. And this is what this time's about. And this is why you see a lot of different communities and things like that going on within the world at the moment, or within the world, because people are trying to shift their vibration, but they're also trying to create a new reality, a new way of living. And this is what this time's about. It's reminding us as spiritual beings that there's a different way. There's not this way at the moment that we're living, or this frequency has been on the planet for thousands of years, but it's not. It doesn't serve us. It's not. It's not giving us like evolution. It's not developing us. So it's very much around that. So it's about going inside yourself, reclaiming that wisdom, that knowledge, that understanding that you have, and then applying it to your life in a spiritual way. And it needs to be from a place of centeredness, balance, and calmness. Well, that's the insight for today. Anyway, like I said, please comment, subscribe. Like I said, I've worked many times with people when they've started their path for like spiritual mentoring or coaching. So I mean, if you've got any kind of questions, please put one in the comment box, or like. I'll try and come back and answer it. Like I said, check out my Facebook page, Spiritual Awareness and Insight. I do these videos every day just to try and share my own experiences, my own insights that come through to me, because they're for all beings, all of us on the planet. They're not just for me, and every lesson that I get is a lesson for everybody else as well. So it's all those kind of insights are to be shared, and this is what unites us, and this is what starts to open us up to a collective consciousness, not a single consciousness. And this is why I do these daily insights. If it touches one person, then it's done its job. So please, like I said, put any questions. Go and have a look at my Facebook page. It might be a better place to maybe comment on there. Go on there. Give me a question or whatever you want to, and I'll quite happily answer it. I'll come back to you and answer it. All right, have a great day.